Imagine if you had cash flow in your business, sales rolling in, dream clients banging down your door to work with you, and a validated online course before you even built it. It's totally doable and a really key factor in creating an online program that can stand the test of time and scale to the moon. In this video, I'm going to share my strategy of how you can pre-sell your online course and how my client actually used this strategy to generate $60,000 in 6 weeks with their program from scratch. And this isn't something that just works in one niche or another. We've used this strategy with our clients in every niche imaginable, from bakers to dancers to boat builders to lawyers to fertility experts to spiritual healers to everything in between. So without further ado, let's dig into what these steps are. Number 1, make your program sellable. Number 2, become magnetic to your ideal clients. Number 3, create a curriculum outline. Number 4, offer them what they want. And number 5, deliver it. This is the place to be to create a peaceful, purposeful, and profitable online education business. It's what I do, it's what I've been doing for years, and I'm so passionate about it because it's one of the best vehicles out there to be able to create the impact that you want to make on the people who need you most. So if you're excited about this video, give it a like so we can reach more people in the algorithm. Be sure to subscribe for new videos every single week. And if you really want to take this to the next level, there's actually a link in the description below where you can fill out an application to speak to a real human being on my team, and we can best support you in your goals to making your online program a reality so you can make that impact that you truly want to make. The strategy I'm going to share with you today is based on 3 key factors that I've identified in working with nearly 3,000 people to bring their unique genius to life through an online course. And they're so vital to setting you up for success because if you don't have these 3 factors, it makes it very stressful and very difficult to grow. So what are they? I call them the 3 C's. So number 1 is cash flow in your business. You need to generate cash flow, revenue in your business to really have proof of concept and to have some security and runway in your business so that you can grow from a place of ease and abundance. The next piece is having client results. So getting people in the door to test your program as quickly as possible is vitally important to getting social proof. Social proof is the biggest key to scaling a business and to lasting and standing the test of time. If your program works and it creates results, people will forever want to invest in it. So that's the next piece. The final piece is so important and often overlooked. It's confidence in what you have to offer. Oftentimes we know what we want to put out there, we know the impact we want to make, but we're not entirely sure of our abilities and we lack confidence to really make it happen. The only way to build that confidence is to truly get your idea into the world and into the hands of real people to understand what works, what doesn't work, to test, to make changes based on feedback, and to get stronger and better with time. So building your confidence comes from taking action. So those are the 3 keys we're going to focus on throughout this strategy. So number 1 is make your program sellable. So you may have heard me say this before if you're new here. This might be the first time, but I put a huge emphasis on the fact that there is so much free information out there. You might be able to relate to that. Maybe that's something you're worried about. There's a massive difference between information and transformation. People pay for transformation, and they, most importantly, they pay for expertise and efficiency in achieving the result that they're after. So your job is to create a program that delivers the results as efficiently as possible and focuses on transformation and not just information, because nobody has time to consume a bunch of information without actually getting results. So how do you make a program sellable? Well, we call it a unique selling proposition or a transformation statement. So you simply just want to fill in these blanks. I help blank go from blank so that they can blank. Or I have gone from blank to blank so that I was able to blank. So it's either going to be based on how you help other people, or it's going to be based on a transformation you've already created for yourself and you now want to create for other people. So I want to share an example of a duo, 2 of my clients who worked together, and they had no idea how to create an online course before we started working together. And they were able to, as I mentioned earlier, create their program, launch it, and generate $60,000 in 6 weeks from scratch. And one of them is a certified life coach and the other is a certified nutritionist. So they wanted to find a way to take their unique expertise and really create a program that was unique to them and created the deep impact that they desired to make. So their unique selling proposition and transformation statement is this: We help highly motivated, driven people who are successful in every other area of their life go from suffering with their health, being distracted, disorganized, fatigued, stressed, demotivated, and off track, to organized, ultra-focused, energetic, motivated, and plugged into a strategic daily health and self-care system that provides high-level, healthy, and motivating accountability and clear action steps so that they can experience improved health, increased confidence and joy, and a high sense of accomplishment and decreased stress so that they can flourish in all areas of their lives. So knowing exactly who they help, how they help them, and what the desired outcome is allows them to create a program that is super efficient in only focusing on creating that end goal for their clients. That is how you make a program sellable. We have to narrow it down, as I like to say, niche down to blow up, to make it as impactful as possible. Because why? Because we need to get our clients results in order for your business and your program to stand the test of time and to enroll more clients into the course. Number 2, become magnetic to your ideal client. So we've started the process by understanding your unique selling proposition. The next step beyond that is to identify 3 key factors. So I've now worked with a lot of people, and the most vital aspect of creating a program that can really sustain itself and sell without having to market it too hard is knowing what your 3 factors are of your ideal client. So who they are specifically, and what is the tipping point where they are most ready and willing to do the work, invest in themselves, and get results, because that's important. If they're not at that place, they're not going to do the work, and that doesn't serve you or them. And the final piece is what is the desired outcome that they're after. So if we look at that statement I shared earlier, we can clearly see those 3 factors. So if you take a look at the statement and pull those 3 factors out, this is what it looks like. 1 specific ideal client, highly motivated, driven people who are successful in every other area of their life. 1 specific place on their journey where they must make a change, experiencing health issues and setbacks, particularly when it comes to gut health, that are affecting their overall well-being and happiness. 1 specific desired outcome, organized, ultra-focused individuals who are confident, healthy, happy, and have low stress due to the consistency in their daily overall health routine and system. Now, if stressors come in, instead of being thrown off course for weeks and months at a time, they recover quickly and get back on track. So now you know in detail exactly who you're looking to serve. And this takes a huge weight off the shoulders of most entrepreneurs, because the problem that most entrepreneurs run into when they're starting a business is they're trying to reach everyone. They think they need to grow a huge audience in order to be successful. Newsflash. A lot of businesses never had an audience to begin with, and they're doing just fine. So you do not need a massive audience. I've made multiple videos on how to start an online course from zero, and you can check those out in the description below. But just to give you some details on exactly how this can work, you can't find your ideal clients if you don't know who you're looking for. But once you identify those 3 factors, you know exactly who you're looking for, so it makes it very easy to find them. And you want to think through what I call necessary numbers. So let's say you want to get 2 clients in the door each month, and that's going to allow you to create a sustainable business that delivers enough revenue for you to be able to live from. If you look at it based on just statistics, if you connect with 1 individual every single day for the next 365 days, you will have 365 potential leads for your business. If you take that a step further and you say, I'm gonna connect with 5 people a day who are my ideal clients, that takes that up to 1,825 potential leads for your business. So it's not about growing this massive audience. If you only need 2 clients a month, that's 24 clients a year. That is not that many people. And when you know who you're looking for, you can find them. So it becomes your job to build a pipeline of what I call prospects. And this allows you to become magnetic to the right people. You can't just wait for people to come to you. You also have to put yourself out there and build relationships one by one, because what that does is it creates a snowball effect. It starts with 1 person, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, and you can see how this is gonna go. So the first place you wanna look is your internal or offline network. Do you have anyone in your friends, family, relationships, network that would fit the description of what you're describing? Or even better, do you know somebody who has a network of those people at their fingertips in their business that would be willing to advocate for what you do? That's a great way to get the ball rolling and to get some people in the door. The next place is there are so many opportunities online now with social media. You can find people very easily. There are dedicated Facebook groups. In this case, going to gut health specific or digestive issue groups is a huge opportunity for my clients, because there are people in there who fit the exact description of who they're serving and are waiting for somebody to show up and say, hey, I have exactly what you need and I know exactly how to solve your problem. And by providing their program to those people is an act of generosity. So Facebook groups, Instagram comments, Instagram accounts that have the ideal client that you're looking for, following them, going through the people who follow those accounts and following them, liking their content, engaging in the comments of their content, building relationships. Relationships lead to revenue. Trying to grow a huge audience, wasting your time, spinning your wheels on social media is not what builds a business. And another place to look, which is an awesome resource, is YouTube comments. There are so many channels out there that are serving your ideal client already. So get involved in those communities, get your voice out there, share your expertise, share valuable tips and tricks in the comment section, answer questions that maybe haven't been answered with a unique take based on your experience. Of course, don't be spammy, be helpful. When you add value, you'll receive it in return. This is the really, really simple way to build a super targeted potential client list for your business from absolute zero. And to take this a step further and to add a little plot twist, none of what you're doing in this phase is selling. What you're doing is you're learning about your ideal client, what their needs are, what they want, what they desire, how you can really show up and serve them in the best possible way at the highest level. By doing that, it sets you up for success for when you actually do go to sell, to have this community of humans that you've already added value to and really listened to that are gonna be so excited about what you have to offer, and this is where the magic comes in. So when you find people who are a great fit, take the step to talk to them directly. Send them a direct message or even ask them and say, hey, I'm actually doing research on this topic and I would love to just chat with you to better understand what it is that you're seeking in terms of solving this problem. You'd be amazed at how helpful people will be, because if it's something that they're struggling with, they want to talk about it and they want help. So by listening and taking that time, you are building such deep trust and value with these people. And not only that, you're gonna make a way better program because of it. So a few key questions to ask when you build relationships with people, whether it's online or offline, are these. Number one, what are your biggest blank frustrations? In this case, for this example, what are your biggest health frustrations? What are your biggest gut health frustrations? Number two, what is your biggest fear about your health? Number three, where do you need the most support right now? Number four, if you could wave a magic wand and fix this issue, what would life look like? Taking the time to do this instead of spending hours and hours and hours building out random content on social media, hoping somebody pays attention, is so much more fruitful to the success of your business and to getting clients in the door that are gonna be really, really excited to actually do the work because they truly need what you have to offer. And the whole theory behind this and why I built up the strategy this way is you kind of got to think about building relationships like anything, like dating. And you can't just walk up to somebody and say, hey, you want to buy what I have to sell? No, nobody wants to hear that. You need to listen to people. You need to do your proper research. You need to understand how you can make the biggest impact that you can on the right people who need you the most. And by doing this, it builds you out this, like I said, community of humans who are gonna be so excited to invest in what you have, and not only that, do the work to get the result that you provide to them, which is gonna help you create a bigger impact, get a ton of social proof and credibility for your business, whether you have an audience or not. And as you're building these connections, just build out a simple spreadsheet. You can do it in Google Sheets with their name, their contact information, so that can be email address, social handle, or phone number if they feel comfortable sharing that, and whether or not they're a great fit for your program. And if they are, then you can make a note to schedule a follow-up conversation. Step number three, before you even create your program, you just need to create a curriculum outline. Now you've done your research, you know exactly who you're selling to, what you're selling, what the outcome is, and you know exactly what they need. So you want to create the path to get them from that frustrated, challenged state that they're in, we call it the zero state, to the hero outcome of exactly what they desire. So your job is to, based on your own experience and based on listening to people and what they really need, build out a curriculum outline that's gonna take them from zero to hero. You don't need to build the curriculum right now because we just need to know, okay, what is the outcome I'm providing? Because ultimately that is what you are selling. You're selling the outcome you're providing first and foremost, and knowing the steps in the path to get them there. But by building out this content first, you're gonna waste a ton of time creating slides, doing all of these things, recording videos, and then you're gonna test it and have to make changes anyways. So the strategy is just to build out the outline, that's it, and then you'll build out the actual curriculum as you deliver it, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. Number four, offer them what they want. So you now have built a community. You've built a list from scratch of people that you know are ideal clients for your program. And now you've actually built what they helped you create. So when you go back to them and you say, hey, I really took to heart what you shared with me and I've actually created a program to solve this exact problem. If you want to chat about it, let me know. People get so excited because they're out there with no solution right now. And you've now said, I've listened to you, I value your opinion, and I've actually built something to support you and help you. And that's what makes people want to invest and take that step to invest, because you've created the very thing that they are seeking. Number 5, deliver it. So you've now enrolled people into your program, you have that cash flow in the door, you have that confidence in your offer that people actually want it, and now it's about getting those client results. So you're gonna deliver your curriculum, as I mentioned earlier, in a live setting for the first time. We call this a POP, or a profitable offer prototype. So it's really the bare bones first version of your program. You can create it in Google Docs, Google Sheets, and make it super, super minimal, deliver it over Zoom. And that's the best possible testing ground for you to know, okay, what works, what doesn't, what do I need to change in terms of the order, what kind of feedback am I getting week to week, what kind of adjustments can I make to make this even better? And then from there, you have a fully validated program before you've even built it out. And the next step is you simply pre-package it once you've delivered it live, and that becomes your evergreen course that you can sell on demand and on autopilot to the people who need you most. The most important key here is we have to test fast and iterate and evolve and make it even better with time. So let me bring this full circle and show you exactly how well this works. So this is just one of our clients who's implemented this strategy. So these are the clients I was talking about earlier. Molly and Lindsay posted and said, we are closing out the day in nearly $10,000 in enrollment. That's just for today. They originally wanted to take 20 people for their POP course, but they're most likely going to extend that to 30 based on demand and even oversell it. We anticipate bringing nearly 60K from our POP course, and that's without even having social proof or that transformational statement that our system works. So this is them starting from scratch. The awesome and amazing thing is that we almost launched a course back in early summer, but I had the nagging feeling it would fail. That's when I began researching, and I knew I was missing something. She ended up finding our program, she enrolled, and she said, this is a huge lesson in listening to your gut instinct when it comes to business and life. If we would have launched our course minus the system, we would have failed, but with the system, well, the sky's the limit. And she was right. Not too long after that, she said, just wanted to share, we opened up our private Facebook group yesterday for our clients. Check it out. Our goal number was 20 for the course. It's oversold. We're capping it at 30, and they generated $56,250 for their POP program. And finally, the client results just started flowing in. She said, well, if the idea is to get social proof with the POP, I'd say we're getting it. Only 10 days in, and here's just a little snapshot of what we're seeing in the Facebook group. All of these testimonials and all of this social proof that the program is working, and their clients are so excited about it. Talk about generating cash flow, building their confidence in their offer, and getting those client results in the door. Nailing all 3 C's because of this process. I hope this gives you confidence in knowing that you are capable of pre-selling your program, and it's actually a super important step to creating a business that's gonna stand the test of time and that you're gonna feel so aligned with and so excited about the impact that you're making. If this resonated for you, let me know what your takeaways were in the comments below, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for new videos every single week. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Inside of our 30 Accelerator program, we've helped clients go from scratch to multiple 6 figures a month in revenue without any ad spend at all, using our system to sell their program on autopilot completely organically. So if you're serious about this, you want to take that step, be sure to click the link below, fill out an application with as much detail as possible so we know how to best support you, and you can speak to a real human on my team so we can support you in creating your online program and creating the impact that you want to make in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I've created a whole playlist on how to create a successful online course, so check that out next, and it'll be in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.